If your attempts to bring the outdoors indoors end up looking anything like this, then I think you'll benefit from some hardy plants. Got a couple of ideas for you today, and first up we've got this Zamioculcas or Zanzibar gem. Zanzibar love good drainage, so I'm going to repot it into this glass bowl here. First we're going to use these rocks, he kohatu. Be a bit careful, they're quite large, we don't want to crack the bowl. And just for a bit of colour contrast, I'm going to use these little grey ones as well. I'm going to add some bark, kirirako. Now I'm going to put on some gloves to handle this this soil. I've read the instructions, and because it's not dusty, I don't need to wear a mask. So we're going to use this soil, almost fill it to the top. Not in one go though, because we want to put our plant in first, and it's much easier if it's got a little bit of space in there. Now when you're repotting, you just want to tickle the roots lightly. You don't want to damage them, but you want to release them a bit so it's easier for them to make their way into the new soil. So this here that we can see looks like a little potato. This is a rhizome. Rhizomes are places that store the nutrients in the water for the plant. This is why it can survive for months on end without being watered. It's really smart. Pop the roots and the rhizomes into the pot and then fill to the top with the soil. Right, so just press gently around the roots and the rhizomes. And lastly, I'm going to finish off with some sphagnum moss. Sort of moisten up the sphagnum moss. This will hold the water, which will slowly feed the plant, and it will also revive the sphagnum, which gives it this beautiful lime green colour. Ai, te atahua hoki. This here is Sansevieria, also known as snake plant, St George's sword, or mother-in-law's tongue. And I'm assuming that's because it has a very sharp pointed tongue. This plant comes from dry, arid regions, so it's really good at coping with the lack of water, which also makes it a hardy, hard-to-kill plant. I'm going to show you two ways to propagate this plant. Firstly, division. So we just gently pull them apart. There's your new plant. And I'm going to fill this planter and get a lovely, nice structured look going on. With this last plant, we're going to propagate by cutting. We'll only need half of this leaf because we're looking at about 5 segments, approximately 10 centimetres long. So here I've got a pot of seed raising mix. It's nice and fine, so it will help any roots grow and establish. Just cut it into segments, and it's just as easy of popping your cuttings into the mix. Once these strike root, you'll need to pot them up into a bigger pot, so it's perfectly fine for them all to be snug together. So now we just need a little bit of water for the little ones and the bigger ones. Then put the new cuttings somewhere warm like a windowsill, and it may take a while, but eventually we're going to have a beautiful architectural feature in this planter box. Choose your indoor plants carefully. Mea te kōwhiri o te pūrōwhare. And even the most forgetful gardener can enjoy the benefits of having greenery inside.